Unit 10-3, I'm citywide person with 6124 South King Drive. Caller says 32 Venezuelans are trespassing the building, showing the courtyard, and they have motorcycles in the courtyard as well. All they're filled. Nothing further is unclear.
All right, here we go again. Thanks to your Vice President, soon-to-be President, oh help us God, border czar Kamala Harris, it seems like the Venezuela gangs have moved from Aurora, Colorado, onto Chicago, and is now trying to camp there, take over their apartment complexes. And what's being done about this, I don't know. It seems crazy. I don't know why they're going to Chicago, because I mean they have like the highest like gun, murder, homicides, and some shit like that. So I don't know why they're going there. I think they're going to meet their match.
To all Venezuelans in Chicago, this is the warning. If you ain't on no bullshit, stay neutral. Somebody please translate. Stay neutral. If you know somebody that's in your building on bullshit, don't let them run in that building, and don't let nobody see them run in that building. Because once word get out that that's the building that they in, they gonna chop that bitch down.
Holy fucking shit. I'll be the first to admit it. Chicago is not like Colorado. Them boys is not. Share this, cause this is not no joke. This is not a joke. Them boys in Chicago is definitely not like these motherfuckers in Colorado. I'll be the first to admit. If you want to see what I'm talking about, get on here and type in Chicago man warns Venezuelans.
What up, guys? What up, guys? First of all, let me say good morning. How's everybody's morning doing and shit? We're getting hella rain out here. Colorado? The hell? Looks like we have some Venezuelans over there doing all kinds of crazy. Y'all better leave the dispensaries alone, bro. I'll tell you that. Then y'all go to Chicago and supposedly take over a building. Man, do y'all know where the hell y'all just went? Y'all literally just went to the worst place that you can go start some shit. Do y'all realize what the hell, where y'all at? Y'all don't even got to deal with the grown-ups. Y'all don't even got to deal with the older badasses. Y'all finna have to deal with the worst, baddest 13-year-old little thugs you've ever seen in your life. And you're where they're starting some shit. I don't even know how y'all have guns, first of all, and motorcycles and shit like that. And then, of course, y'all have the machetes and shit. Like, dude, y'all are in Chicago. I would like to say, well, shit, don't bring that shit to Texas, but boy, you ain't even gonna make it out of Chicago with that shit.
DeSantis is a wannabe dictator. Here he is deporting Venezuelan. So I'm here just supporting the Venezuelans because they give back to the community.
5 minutes later.
Can someone please explain to me how the Democrats somehow brainwashed America to think that protecting your borders is a bad thing? Like you individual, either you're solo or you have family, you have kids. You protect your family, right? By locking your door, by making sure everything's secure. Your mom, your daddy, depending on where you lived or where you grew up. If they grew up in a city, your mommy and daddy lock the door to protect you. But somehow, for some way, you allow the Democrats to convince you that protecting the country you live in, the same country you want to protect yourself in, the same country you want to protect your children in, somehow is a bad thing to protect the country that you want to feel safe in. How did you guys let that happen?
So what's going on with this, like, gang thing? Because, like, literally, I'm seeing it everywhere. I'm a mom. Some of my friends are moms, too. And it's gotten so bad to the point we don't even want to take our kids to the park without being in a group. And even in a group, we have to make sure that someone has a taser. We have some type of, like, pepper spray. We have to have some type of protection. We need to figure out something. Because, like, I'm not going to lie. This is terrifying.
If the shoe doesn't fit, then it's not you. But if it does, how did you let that happen? Again, I've mentioned this before, not bragging, but I live abroad for about 9 years now. I've been back to the States here and there. And every country I've been to, every other country on the planet are allowed to protect their borders, and none of them are demonized for it. Even what's going on in the Middle East right now, Egypt and all the other surrounding countries, you don't want to let the Palestinians in. No one's pointing fingers at them. Every other country is allowed to protect their borders, but America's not. Why? Or the West in general, because the UK and they go through it too. Why? right? Because it's not like we're against immigration, because we have legal immigration. I know the left likes to conflate the two and act like people who are mad at illegal immigration or mass migration are upset with immigration, period. No, it's illegal. The hundreds of thousands, millions of illegal people just come in undocumented. Those are the people. Why is everyone else in the world allowed to protect the borders and we're not? Can you guys answer me that? Do you know that it's actually illegal to go to a different country and not have enough money in your bank account to enter that country? Like, you're supposed to be able to show when you go to a different country, you're able to financially take care of yourself. Different countries have different amounts, but like in Thailand, you have to have an equivalent of 600 when you get there, and you have to show that you can make around that same amount of money before you enter the country legally. They don't always ask at the immigration or at the customs when you go into Thailand, but they're legally allowed to ask to see your bank account to make sure you have enough money to sustain yourself, because they don't want to have to take care of people. But in America, we give you everything but the kitchen sink. No, including the kitchen sink if you come in illegally.
No, $15,000 in food stamps and $5,000 in cash money monthly.
Every month they're getting that.
Yes, and they're getting 6 months free rent. But this was the first time I heard about it. Now I've heard it's 2 years free rent, getting Section 8 first prioritized before the citizens.
Wow. So the Venezuelan migrants that are coming in here, they are getting 6 months free rent, $15,000
$1,000
in
in food
food
stamps.
stamps, and on a credit card, $5,000.
Cash.
Oh my goodness. How do the people in Chicago feel about that?
Well, people are angry because there's a lot of people, that need help with Medicaid and food stamps, and they get rejected.
Why? How did you guys allow the Democrats to bamboozle you into that? Also, black folks, how did you let that happen? Your voter replacement. How did you let that happen? Let me know in the comment section down below. But let's continue.
Take a look at Aurora in Colorado, where Venezuelans are taking over the whole town. They're taking over buildings, the whole town. And the sheriff, who can blame them? I mean, they have AK-47s. You saw it the other day. They're knocking down doors and occupying apartments of people. The people are petrified. And it's getting worse and worse. You look at New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, and now you look at all over the place. You take a look at Iowa, Idaho, places that never had the problem. They're pouring in. 21 million people, that's bigger than New York. And we have to stop it. And we have to do the largest deportation in the history.
The bottom line is, only reason I focus so much on Venezuela is because that's where the threat went. When I got into the world of think tanks, one of the first countries that I visited was Venezuela to attend a conference. And when I went to Venezuela back then, there was actually a retired admiral that spoke to me, and this is in Caracas, circa 2008, 2009. And the only thing he was talking to me, he talked my ear off about how there's Iranians that are in the Ministry of Defense of Venezuela.
And of course, this goes without saying. No, it's not all Venezuelans. And it's not even all illegals. It's not even all migrants. But when you have a basically open border policy, where you're blindly and indiscriminately letting anyone and everyone in, this is what happens. Bad actors slip through. It's the same thing with like self-ID when it comes to the trans. You can just say whatever you want to be. You're going to be, by doing that, by having no safeguards, you're going to allow the pervies to slip through the cracks and just be let into your neighborhoods. And if you say anything, then you're the bigot. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Please subscribe.